Super Social Club. We just finished like the most epic tasting I think that I've ever been a part of. What?
Move the camera back.
Don't tell me
Here,
to
I'll
move
push
the
it
camera.
back.
Don't tell me to
Let's
move
see
the
Swami.
What's
I
up?
don't care. Swami out of frame is the best Swami.
Yeah. Fuck that, just the nose right here, beaking you. But,
That beef will fucking cut bread.
yep. Halal. All right, here we go.
So tonight we were in Montreal. Rob and I both came down for one of the most like one of the most enjoyable tastings I've ever been to.
Robin, here you go a little bit.
Jesus.
All right.
We've had a lot of whiskey.
A lot.
Yeah.
Not really.
To some standards, we've had a decent amount.
Swami had enough
We've had
apparently.
nothing. We've had nothing. Anyway, so
This is a
tonight,
typical Wednesday night for Swami.
Yeah.
this is
Just no crack. All right.
we haven't smoked crack yet, so that's alright.
Later, it's coming.
This is what we're drinking right now. This was the whiskey of the night tonight. Voted by everyone here. It's the Brooklady Black Art 6.1.
We should say it's voted by the majority. not
Majority,
by-
Yeah, the majority. The Glen Elke 25-year-old, right here. Hold on, look at the ball.
It was bonkers. The Glenallen
First
25.
edition.
First edition, second place right here. This almost came in. Oak cast, solely matured. Just shows you what oak cast can do.
So
I actually had to it was 4-4 and I had to choose one of them. It wasn't my favorite of the night, but it was my second favorite, the Black Heart. Really great whiskey.
I thought the Glenalke was the most complex whiskey of the night. I think that was like
I'm with you.
it was so good.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
I even picked it.
Everything was good.
I really
But I
thought
think
it was a
like
good Black
the
Heart.
sherry influence in this thing like got the crowd votes for sure.
Yeah,
It's a
sherry's
crowd
always
pleaser.
popular.
Yeah, it's
It
a
is a
shares
crowd pleaser.
the crowd pleaser, right? Like
Mhm.
you know you're gonna appeal to more people,
Yeah.
right? With the sherry, but the peated stuff. Well, that's a bourbon cask, the Glenalke, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, bourbon casks, they can be great. They can be absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys source that like nice bourbon cask from.
Incredible complexity on that bourbon cast. It was really, because to me, honestly, I was very honest about the point that I was worried about that one when I bought it, because I did get it at a lower price than, let's say, the actual original Glen Elke 25, which has some sherry cask influence. But the crowd that was there tonight loved that bottle, and I was really happy.
Do you want to speculate of where they got that bourbon cask from? 'Cause
I have no idea.
guarantee you it's called Buffalo Trace,
Buffalo Trace, probably. I don't know, but it really killed it. So-
Heaven Hill, perhaps.
You guys want a 25-year-old fucking whiskey for under $200? That is
I guarantee
the
you.
thing
what a
right
steal, though, right?
there. Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
Bring that bottle back
Yeah.
over here so we can show it.
All right,
We're
I'll bring it back over.
Because bring that bottle back over. Because like this thing is still available.
There you go.
This thing is still available for purchase, I think, right? Like,
Yeah,
you can
still
still
get that.
you can still find this thing, and if you do see this,
Get
it's,
it.
it's an auto buy
Yeah.
because it's 25 years old for what, under $200.
It was like 170 with tax.
And we're talking Canadian dollars, not like
Yeah.
expensive American dollars here.
Just
We're talking cheap.
Beautifully
We're talking
done.
cheap
We're not
money.
talking real money.
I paid $250 plus for that bottle. Like
Oh,
that,
hell
that
yeah.
bottle is great.
Absolutely.
everyone was talking about how nice it was,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
and we had a sherry fans in this house tonight. And they were
And
like,
actually, it was the first whiskey of the night, so the mouth wasn't that ready to get all the complexity, but still went out really, really strong. It's a beautiful whiskey.
Mhm.
I'm actually pretty sad that Swami is going home with it.
You just
It's
gotta.
like-
Sure, we just fought about a half an hour over the Octomore and the Glen Elke and these bullshitting.
These guys were like.
Okay, so we're in Julianne's house and like Swami's like literally taking bottles that weren't even part of the tasting off the shelves. They're like, no, what do you mean? We talked about this already.
This
Swami's
is this is
taking
mine.
everything.
This is mine. This is
Mine,
This
mine,
looks like
mine.
Everything's Swami.
That is mine. I picked that. All right.
Yeah, so that black art, really beautiful. Lots of fruit, a bit of salt, bit of butter. Really complex. The only lack for me, I think it's kind of short. I would have appreciated a really long finish, especially at that price. I still love it. It's a really, really great whiskey. Really complex, really intense. The texture is really nice. So
That's an interesting point. Like, what do you guys think about the finish on the blackguard? Is it too short?
No, I don't find it short at all, honestly. I find that it's got a nice medium-bodied finish. I don't think it's crazy long, but I do get that nice sense of tobacco as it goes down. I get a nice sense of yellow raisins on the finish with a little bit of a little hint of brown sugar, which is I like. I don't like a heavy brown sugar.
Yeah.
Me and Jeremy were talking. I'm not a big fan of heavily sugared whiskeys.
Right.
I
You
know
don't like the
everyone
sweet
is a
stuff,
big
yeah.
fan of the Parliament. I'm one of the few people that don't like the Parliament.
What are you talking about? You told me.
I bought
went
it.
through
It
those
was
bottles
good,
like
but it
crazy.
was something that it literally took me a year and a half to finish my bottle.
You
of
told
the
me you
Parliament.
went to like two in a year.
No, not on the Parliament. You're talking about the Allardyce. The Allardyce, yes, not
No,
the
you
Parliament.
told me.
yeah, I agree with you with this one. To me, Allardyce is so
Yeah.
much better than Parliament.
Yeah.
But I do like and even love Parliament too.
I won't say I love it. I like it.
I love it, but the Allardyce to me is just so beautiful.
So, quick introductions here, just because a lot of you guys are jumping into this live, and we've been doing this for a few hours now, so we're juiced and we're primed. But there's a bunch of guys that you guys don't really actually know on this channel. So, obviously, you know the host here, Jeremy. This is Sipper Social Club, after all. I'm Rob from Whiskey in the Six. Mike over here is a
That's
Malted
crazy.
in Montreal regular. Julien.
Julien, I am l'homme qui parle whiskey, and I'm also in Malted in Montreal. It's a pleasure to have.
I'm Dan. I just showed up.
You guys know Mike, freaking that's crazy. You see him in the chat all the time.
He did like one of the best videos on Montreal.
One of the highest viewed videos ever on Montreal is that's crazy's rundown.
Run down the whiskey of the year. I think it was.
Yeah, you did a great job.
It was an epic video.
I love him.
So this blackguard, we were talking before. How many casks do you think went into this bottling? Because we said 6 before.
I feel like there's some port.
We were talking port. We were talking
Madeira.
about Madeira, sherry. We were
Swami
talking
called
about
it Fino.
some Fino
Fino.
sherry in
Total
here.
Fino.
There's
I think there might be some rum in there too.
I don't get no
Okay.
rum. I don't know what you're talking about there. That's crazy.
The sugary sweetness could like
It-
bode to
it-
like
I don't
some-
get sugar. That's the thing.
You
I
don't
like
know,
about it.
right?
I get
Like, you don't-
It's
You don't get
dry. No.
sweetness? I get.
It's-
I've been drinking a lot of rum
It's
lately.
sugar, it's sweet. That's
I don't
I
find
find
it.
it sweet.
I
Yeah.
don't find
One
it
really cool thing about Blackguard is they don't tell you what's in it, and it's just a complete mystery. So it could be any
Yeah.
number of things, right?
Probably.
You know, French wine. like Bruichladdich is amazing for French wine cast. They do French wine cast better than anyone else, I think.
I think Bruichladdich gets a bum rap when it comes to sherry whiskeys. I think a lot of people that I know that like Bruichladdich or don't like Bruichladdich. I get a lot of people that think like, oh, Bruichladdich doesn't do the sherry casting correctly. I think the Black Arts is the one bottle that really, and I put it, a lot of people are probably going to fucking hate me for saying this, but I put it in the same league as Glendronach and the same league as Macallan when it comes to their sherry casting on their Black Arts.
That's
And
an
that's one
interesting
thing.
to say.
I don't know what it is.
That's a very interesting thing that you said.
I'm saying it. I'm saying this is my unicorn. All right? Everyone knows this. I've said it about 15 times.
yeah, but you
The
vote
Black
for
Art-
another whiskey tonight.
Pardon?
You vote for another
I
whiskey.
did,
too.
but I said for the whiskey of the night. I did, but I'm saying for sherry. This is not a sherried whiskey. I voted this is a non-sherried whiskey. For a sherried whiskey, I prefer the Bruichladdich
Okay,
profile.
but which one do you like better? You like this one better? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think that Glen Echo 825 is beautiful, but there's a reason. This is $172, and this is $300, and that came very similar
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
All right,
And
fine.
this costs like 45% less.
Yeah.
So I have to say this is.
I
great.
think that like Bruichladdich, I mean, if someone says they don't do sherry whiskey as well as other companies, I would not necessarily disagree because they source casks that are like completely different. Like
Mhm.
they're French wine casks. Like even you look at like the Octomores or whatever, like, those are like, you know, half of that whiskey is French wine cask,
Mhm.
and it just works so well with their distillate.
Mhm.
It works perfectly, and they don't have to source like, you know, those thick heavy sherry casks that other distilleries do. but whatever works with those French wine works with their distillate like perfectly.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think Brook-Latte does an excellent job. I've always said it. The whiskey that brought me into the love of whiskey, and I've said it on my channel 300 to 400 times, was the PC5. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
The PC5 was the shit. That was the one that made me love whiskey.
Mhm.
The first time I had that PC5, before it was even called Port Charlotte, when it was just PC. Best whiskey I've ever had.
Yeah.
Actually, right now his time is over, but Jim McEwan used to run Brook-Latte, and he was really a king on choosing the best cask to mature
He
whiskey.
was really like
He was,
a legend
yeah,
in the
he
distillery
is
world, right?
definitely a legend.
Yeah.
Actually, the micro provenance, I don't know how to say it in English.
That's right,
with
that's
the
right,
accent. The micro provenance was some whiskey that Jim McEwan didn't really like. He thought those whiskey were not that good. So he found some special casks for every one of those whiskey that he didn't really enjoy. And he made something beautiful. That collection is really awesome, and it's a proof on the work that he's been doing since forever. He was working at Balmore before, and all the Balmore from Jim McEwan are just so beautiful. I still like Balmore, but I mean, when he was there, Balmore was the shit. Then he moved to Brook-Latte. Brook-Latte was the shit.
Mm.
Then he's gonna start something, and it will be the shit.
Well done, my friend.
Julien, you are 100% correct. Those micro provenance are phenomenal.
Some of them are just epic
Yeah, I
whiskeys.
tried some.
And I think
They're super underrated.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
just
And they're
people
not
don't
pricey.
know, and they're not at all.
No.
Like it's like for like a 22-year-old.
I have a 22-year-old
Brunello.
Chateau Lafite.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't cost me $200. I
Yeah.
think it was 160, something like that.
No, they're cheap.
And that's a good point, like that you made before, is like a master distiller who can take something that's like, well, I don't think this is too good, and like maybe finish it or maybe do something with it. They will bring it up to like something like a higher standard of whiskey, and then bottle it and ship it out and like be that good. It's like that really like plays into like how talented you are as a master distiller.
Can I bring something up?
Yeah.
Because we're short on time, and I wanted to bring this up. We're doing a giveaway on Jeremy's channel tonight.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we are. I've got a hoodie. First person to do a super chat.
Hey, it's my hoodie, man.
No, there's enough. Malton and Montreal hoodie. I'll go grab it. Julien can talk about it. And
We're
Jeremy.
taking the clothes off people's backs to give to you guys right now. The problem is like I honestly apologize because we see the chat kind of. This is doing it on my phone. I don't see the chat. Do you guys see it?
I
There's
just
no-
pop up.
It's like it's coming up. And
There's
it's
very small.
Like yeah, so the chat's popping up, but like literally we're 8 feet
I took
away from
mine,
the phone, so there's no way for us to actually
Yeah.
read what's being said. So
We
I
got
apologize.
one large hoodie. Malton and Montreal here. Jeremy, if you want to put it on there or whatever.
I will not wear this, but
All right, there you go.
Where is
Oh,
it?
well,
It's 35 degrees.
it's
in
hot in here. It's hot. in
It's
here.
very
Not
hot.
that I wouldn't wear it normally. I'm just not gonna wear it right now. So yeah, like if you want to super chat $1, this is yours.
Yep,
If we see your super chat, we can't probably see your super chat right now. I don't think. We
I will see it.
I think we'll see it.
If we don't see it, there we go. So giveaway right now for the first super chat that comes in.
So
There we go. We got one.
And it's for $2. Jason from Mash and Drum
Imagine drum.
Oh,
wins
jeez.
here.
Come on,
Well,
man.
Julien's gonna model it.
Well,
Jason gets
So you
a.
can see
I
how.
told you to
how
ask for at least
beautiful the-
$40.
You get a picture of the hoodie?
Jason, you're paying shipping and handling, you fucking cheap prick. Like that.
Okay, so I'll send this off to you. I'll give you a sample of something nice too.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it.
All right, Jason gets a Malton and Montreal
Did
hoodie.
he send another $2?
He said
He
that,
did.
like begging.
Yeah, he was like, so he says like $2, so $4. That's a good deal.
All right.
$4 on
I thought you were
Fucking $40 hoodie gets for $2.
I mean, it is American dollars, so maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can leave you guys
Pretty much
till
$40.
tomorrow at I
Yeah.
don't know 12 o'clock. Tomorrow 12 o'clock. Best price. We'll get the shirt.
No, it's
If
already
it goes over $50,
It's already
I'll put
done.
that in last.
Jason gets the.
It's already done.
For $2?
It's already done.
Oh, I
Yeah.
paid $9.40.
Oh,
Oh wait, he sent another $5. There you go.
So we're up to $9.
7.
No, it was
Oh, he said $2. All right, $9. All right,
2275.
there
That's
you go.
right. That's a good deal.
Portion, yeah, he's part of the channel. He paid $40 for it.
I would have bet if I'd known.
Your stock is going straight down.
It's been a great night, as you guys can tell. I'm letting Jeremy continue. What are you guys thinking of the tasting notes on that?
honestly, I feel like I get like some peanut butter notes, which is like
Oh, nice.
typical of PX for me. I know you guys said that you don't think that there's PX in there, but I feel like there might be.
I would not
I get-
rule out anything
Me
from
neither.
this whiskey. Like, if you told me there is, you know, just the weirdest cast that you've never heard of, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably in here.
I
Right?
agree on
Yeah.
PX. I think
No,
there's
because
some
it's very
PX in
sweet, so I think, yeah. maybe
I don't know.
it's
For
the
me,
heat.
I just feel it's like pheno to the max with some slight oloroso. Because I'm not getting like the heavy dates and golden raisin notes that I normally get off of sherry, but I am getting that dried cocoa aftertaste that I normally get off of like a good pheno. And that's what I'm getting
Well,
off
there
of
could
this.
be Pheno and PX in there.
Yeah, it could be PX in there too, but it's got to be at least second or third fill PX if it's
It could
PX.
be like literally every sherry
Yeah.
cask that there is.
It could be a lot, yeah. We don't know. Like, it could be just, you know, one cast,
And I do
I've-
get that port that you're talking
100
about.
cast. Yeah, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Do we know
That's
the-
one
do we
like
know
one port
How many
earlier.
bottles do they make of this?
It's 18,000.
18,000.
18,000.
18,000 bottles. So how many casks, roughly, would you say that is? That's
It's
about
about 15.
15 gas.
about 15 casks.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little less.
Okay, so 15 casks, like you have the entire distillery library
The,
essentially.
the number one thing though that they want to know from us.
No, no, that's actually not true. If so, each cask roughly has about, let's say, 250 to 350. So the,
Well, keep in
Yeah,
mind
that's what I was
that
about to say.
every
It's
cask
25 years
is
old, so the
26 years
cask-
old.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not gonna get 350 bottles.
maybe less, right? So
necessarily.
like that's what I'm saying. So it's actually more than that.
What I
Right.
said
So it
tonight
could be
is
more,
that is
yeah.
definitely a better bottling than the 5.1. That's I know, in my opinion.
I feel like the 5.1 was like mainly Madeira cask.
Yeah, I think this was very close to the 4.1. The 4.1 was still better because it was a higher cast strength, so you had a little bit more of a unctuous kind of style mouthfeel to it. But I'm very happy with this purchase. I'm not mad that I bought this bottle. Would I recommend $350 in Ontario and Quebec? Maybe not. If you can get it outside of the province, somewhere else, for about $295, $250, I definitely recommend it.
Right.
But
Yeah,
not.
me too. 250.
I'm not
that's
gonna say
what
the
I-
name because someone gets mad at me when I say the name of the place where you can get it for.
You
But-
know where to get this
Yeah.
shit.
Anyways, yeah. If you can get it for
BC.
under 300, it's worth it. Over 300, I wouldn't go over
Saskatchewan.
300 for it.
But is this cask strength? 46.9% ABV,
I don't think so.
right? It's not.
It's not telling you it's cast strength on the tin, so we have to gather that it's not cast strength.
Really? So it's
Guys,
just
we're
cash
having,
strength?
But it was stated on the website this is cast strength.
Which
when I looked
website?
it up.
We're having
On
a
the
lot of
website where I
fun,
was
but we gotta call it a night.
All right, Julien's got some private things he's got to take care of, his
What?
tax returns and
Yeah,
whatever.
my tax returns.
So
I don't mind.
too many of
Hey,
these
thank,
events.
thank you guys for tuning in, pardon me.
Yeah.
Really a pleasure.
Well, thank you
Thank you,
for
guys.
Another super chat from Jason. Jason sent another super chat.
Jason trying to make up for his cheap hoodie this
$1.
way. Another dollar.
Hey, it took 15 Koreans that died making that hoodie. Anyways, I'm
Now
out.
that we've traveled as far offside as we can.
I hope I could delete that comment. Man.
Oh, I'm the Kathy Lee Gifford of
We were so
fucking
close.
Ballroom.
We were so close to having a good live show until fucking Somi Swab was like, I'll just throw some shit.
Something about Koreans.
You never know what kind of surprise this guy's gonna be.
That's a fact.
That's a spicy meatball. All right, let's go.
All right, go ahead.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
This is
Thanks
your
for
channel.
tuning
You can
in.
turn it
Really
off.
Appreciate
There,
it.
you can turn it off right there. There you go.
Oh, the sauce.
I don't even know how to turn this thing off. Bear with me. Don't look at my face.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. Oh, I switched the camera mute. Oh, that's why.